Good morning, Turtle Club. I hope everybody's having a great Monday. I'm having a pretty good one right now. We got the GameCube all connected back up, and everything is hooked up here. We got a new little overlay for Pocket Monster Mondays. I am Mag Synchro with Convertible Turtle Gaming, which is part of Convertible Turtle Gaming Studios, the new name that we are carrying through year 6 forward. Thank you all for coming in. We'll be playing for about an hour. Today, unfortunately, lots of things going on in life, right? Did a lot of moving, did a lot of packing, unpacking, house hunting, and all that. And where I thought I would be able to just pick this up occasionally and play it, it got packed away. And I feel really, really bad about that. Apparently, I got really overzealous, and the game itself didn't get packed away at first. But all the Game Boys, plural, the DSi got packed, the Advance got packed, the SP got packed. So I really had zero ways of playing this except for on the GameCube, and then that too got packed. And so I really, unfortunately, didn't have any time to grind on any of these Pokemon. And it wasn't until last week that I even realized that I hadn't really been able to look back to do that. And, well, as you can see, we're still in the really bad state that we were in forever ago, right? We got a Vigoroth at 23, we got a Zam at 34, Swablu at 34, Milotic at 33. The good news is this isn't a bad team, right? I mean, we have a pretty good balance. We have a Dragon type coming up. We have Milotic that's going to also, I think it's actually Dragon type, isn't it? That's over here. No, it's just pure water, but it's got some really great water moves, and it's super defensive, super tanky. It gets some dragon moves at some point. That may be one of the later generations, though. But we've got a pretty good type assortment here. Ideally, we would want to pick up a fighting type of some variety. I think that's really all we're super lacking. Like, but we'll see what we come across. But what we're doing here is we're getting a phone call. Alright. And the other thing is, I really don't quite remember, story-wise, where we're supposed to go. It's been forever since I played the game. Well, that's good to know. It's not really helpful, though. Alright, so, and this is the dark ages of Pokemon, right? We don't get told really where to go, we don't get told really what we need to be doing. We kind of got to guess that we're supposed to go to Sootopolis, but there's a whole lot of plot that gets involved between now and then. So, but what we're working toward is that 8th gym badge. If you look, I found some graphics that I could kind of utilize. I did some coloration on them. Just so they'd show up a little bit better on our thing here. But we got 8th badge to go. I figured just displaying the badges we have would be pretty cool. So here we are. You can tell we have done a considerable amount of grinding in this game, more so than we usually would think. But part of that's also because we were, picking it up and playing it in between, like, during our breaks and our lunches and stuff, and just letting it run in the background. And as much as we love the new Turtle Cave, one of the important things to do in the Turtle Cave was to make Mag's streaming gaming area and Mag's work area not be so close together. So when I'm working, I feel like I'm working, and more importantly, when I'm not working, I don't feel like I'm working. So I don't have this easily accessible. Who are these people? What? Is this a mini game that Emerald only had? Interesting. Interesting. I did not remember there being mini games in this game. Alright, so I definitely know that we gotta get to Sootopolis. I know there's some plot going on. Do we have... I know we have several Pokemon. Surf. Surf. Did we get Dive? Bag. It helps if we go into the actual bag pocket, right? No, we don't have Dive yet, so we have to get Dive. We have Flying now. So that's a plus side, right? Go visit the Space Center. Okay. That's what we need to go do. Oh. Plot. Hey! We found it! All we had to do was talk to a person and try to go to the Space Center. Alright, oh, what's this little seafood guy over here want to talk to us about? Alright. Hey! Alright. So I do know that it's a white rock. I know one of these things ties into a couple of the Pokemon that were like version exclusive, like Deoxys. Hey! A Sunstone! There we go. We can evolve something if we ever decide to, I guess. Team Magma's trying to get rocket fuel. Alright. So, clearly what we're going to do here, because we're about to fight Team Magma, right, is we're going to take our Swampert and we're going to put our best foot forward here. What item is Swampert holding right now? Macho Brace? Don't think we need that on here. We definitely want to keep the Vigoroth with the HM, because the Slackoth would be amazing. Alright. Well, let's just go ahead and go through all these rocket fuel henchmen from Magma. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, here's a Zubat, which is not really the best thing for us to be fighting with Swampert. Yeah, that's like, doesn't affect him. Doesn't affect him. Surf is going to be our best bet here, so we're going to use Surf. Okay, I thought Milotic. Wow, okay. Alright, well, Vigoroth doesn't have the XP share, so... Well, now. Live and learn. Live and learn. Alright. So, Pokemon. Vigoroth, what do you have, buddy? Take. Silk Scarf. Not a bad item to have. Let's see here. That's right. EXP share is going to be in this pocket these days, right? Yeah. What does Swablu know right now? Takedown. Okay, so we'll give the Silk Scarf to Swablu. Just in case things get messy. Alright, Milotic. Yeah, Dragon move, Twister, but it's Twister, so it's not the best. Alright, this should be a lot better. There's nothing sneaky about us, says the person in the very suspicious hoodie running away from the rocket fuel place. Alright. I think Mudshot actually will hurt Noodle pretty bad. Because of the fire typing. Yeah, there we go. We're going to wind up with a Swampert at level 38. And just a reminder to all you watching this particular series, we are playing this all the way through to completion. And then we're taking the team that we actually take on the Elite Four with and beat the Elite Four and the Champion. And then we're going to actually put them through all the remaining Pokemon games up to the current generation Pokemon game with Sword and Shield. And then at that point, we're going to then trade them off to people who have been watching this particular series. So the one thing you gotta do to enter is either comment on the video or chat in the live stream. That's all you gotta do to enter. Each time that you've chatted, or each stream that you've chatted or entered is basically an entry. And that will... Oh, no one gets past him. Oh. And that's the whole entire team, and then there will be a 7th prize of the mystery variety going to a lucky winner. Intimidate. So, but we have Dynamic Punch. I feel like I kind of want to do that because it should hurt a lot. Yeah. In this case, we are going to switch out to Vigoroth because that was a level 20-something, and so I feel confident that we might be on par with whatever they're about to throw out. And that way we can get some additional experience. And here comes a level 28 Mightyena. So, not our best situation coming on here, but especially when that's our super effective move. But it does stack, right? Oh, Roar. Okay, well, what do we get? Manectric. Alright, we'll just spark this thing down there. Because they have really bad defense. Like the Pooch and Hyena lines are just... It's unfortunate, it really is. Such a great time to be alive as a Pokemon player when this game first came out. When Ruby Sapphire came out, really. And you're like, oh my gosh, here comes a really good kind of dark type to start off with. Because we're all excited, right? And it's basically a dark Rattata. And in some cases, I would rather have the Rattata for their actual move pool. And it's super unfortunate. Don't think anything here. Whoa! Yeah, I'll take you on. 3 to 1. Come on, 3 versus 1 all at once. Nope, not gonna happen. There is team battles in this game, but not 3 versus 1. That's a different Pokemon game. Alright. On the plus side, all these trainer battles that we're kind of wrecking our way through, we're getting cash for it. And since the dry battery on this pack is dead, we need every little piece of cash we can get. Every little bit of cash. I guess we use Mudshot to kind of spread our abilities out a little. That was what I was kind of afraid of. I'm not worried about Scary Face so much as I am just wasting the Pokemon power that we have. Alright, Baltoy. It's a real easy win. Baltoy's not a bad Pokemon for this generation. I mean, Claydol, wasn't horrible at all. Endure. Well, yes, Endure is such a great move. But, like, what can we basically, switch out for it at this point, with this particular utility Pokemon being what it is. But it is important that we know and remember that it gets Endure. Because once it does go to the Elite Four, once we get to where we can fly to the Elite Four, right, we can go to Move Remember, Move Deleter, and set up all of our stuff. Alright, you there. Meanwhile, this right here's not a scientist, right? I mean, this is like a kind of a pleasure cruise space mission. I mean, like a SpaceX kind of thing. Oh, it's Steven! No. I'm not ready. The only reason why I'm not ready is because I'm going to basically have Steven carry us in this fight, maybe? We'll see what happens. Wait, what? Enter first. Enter second. Oh, that's right. Because we gotta do that weird three-person thing. We'll put Milotic as the anchor. Let me confirm. Music's pretty good. Leader Maxie and Admin Tabitha. Okay, I feel very, 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 very woefully unprepared at this point. My gosh. Alright. Camerupt really kind of makes me sad. Swagger makes me even sadder. Music is awesome. Hey, Colin! Yes, the music is very awesome for this fight. I mean, considering the hardware that they had to make this music happen, it's just really good all around. Alright. Oh. So Swagger's great and horrible, and if we hit ourselves in confusion, it's going to be horrible. Yeah. Especially with Mightyena doing the takedowns and Camera Up using Amnesia. I'm not looking forward to this. Really wish that would have been like a better critical hit than that. But this is going to really hurt. Camera Up's going to do like Eruption and it's just going to be all over. Oh, hey, that's super lucky. Gen 3 RNG lock. There we go. There we go. 4 times stab bonus. Golbat. Yuck. Well, normally I would like not do anything here to the Mightyena. I just go on the Golbat. But I think if I surf... Oh. Okay, this isn't bad. Shadow, hey buddy! This isn't bad, because... Oh. Yeah. This will really hurt the Camera Up. And we put him basically in the same spot that he was at. Oh, even better. Because now he's forcing to switch into the Mightyena. Okay. Colin, I kind of recognize the name, man. Has it been a bit since you've been on a stream? Or am I thinking of somebody else's name? I used to not have a really good memory, and since I turned 40, it just became a really not really good memory at all. Just woke up. Doing pretty good, Shadow. Doing pretty good. Oh, that's a... Why? Why? A Crobat and a... Oh, this is a lot. Oh. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. It's like 32 degrees outside. And I don't know if Swampert can handle being confused a lot of times. Oh, hey, that'll work. Good morning, Sally. One of my morning duties before I stream, especially on Mondays, because Monday night, Tuesday morning is garbage day, is I gotta walk the garbage out to the curb. And so in the 30... Oh, someone else. I recognize the name for some reason, though. I think it's because it's just a unique kind of name. But it's hard to say. Wow, we are getting so lucky on these confused flips. Like, Steven's not. Oh my gosh. Oh, Swagger? Oh my gosh. Okay. We're still on... So, even though we're not in a really good spot tactically, right? Both of our Pokemon were confused. And this Mightyena is a little bit on the tankier side. We still have both of our other Pokemon in reserve. So I think we definitely have this one on lock. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. That worked out pretty good. I just want to expand the landmass, you know? Interesting. You know, they never really go into a whole lot of depth. I mean, there's some, you know, they go into a little bit of details about the storyline for Aqua and Magma, but they don't really go super deep into all their motivations and stuff on the game. I'm presuming in the accompanying anime and manga that they did, but Turtle Club 2004 been a long, long time away from now, and I don't remember half of that. And the phone's about to ring, right? Oh, but we can check over here. I bet there's something hidden here, possibly. Well, so much for that idea. Huh. Well, who's living in this place? Fishy dude? Yeah, Super Rod, absolutely Super Rod me up. I don't know what good water Pokemon in this game that we still need, really. But that's the way we would catch it. Alright. Hey, there's the phone. I forgot about Pacific Log. Like, and I don't know how I could, because it's like right here, and you gotta fight all these rapids to get to it. And it's actually a pretty cool little place. Like, when I first played it, this game, I really thought Pacific Log was kind of like the town in the Hobbit movies, where all the dwarfs and Bilbo wind up kind of floating into. Snorlax is not a water pokey, but I think he can learn surf, and he's pretty buoyant looking. So we're going to go south, and then we're going to travel to the west. And the more important thing that we need to ask ourselves is, how much repel do we have? And you know, 99.9% of the time, right? Like any other given day of the week, I would be all about using repel to get here. But since I was lax in my grinding duties while I was moving and stuff due to earlier mentioned things, we're just going to fight every single thing we come across. Every ocean Pokemon that wants to attack us can just come at us, and we will just hit it with Spark. And the Pokemon say, "No, it's alright, Colin, no worries, man." Pokemon has a lot of really cool things to it, and the nuance to the strategy I kind of like. Back in my younger years when I was starting to play it, and by younger for me, I mean like 17, 18, 16, around there. The real big appeal of Pokemon was the fact that everybody was still discovering a lot of things, so the internet was still very much old internet and not current internet. And so where people today will discover something in a game like Pokemon or like Breath of the Wild or Arceus, or what's another one? Dying Light 2, which came out just recently. And the internet will know about it within 15 minutes when somebody tweets about it. And back when I first started playing Pokemon, it wasn't like that. And if somebody discovered something, you may not even know about it. Ever. I mean, think about that. Someone figures something out, and there's just not a way for them to take that information and convey it into a digestible way for it to get into your hands. At least not in an accurate and concise way. Oh, Manectric versus Manectric. And it looks like I got the better Manectric. I think Quick Attack's going to be our better bet. But I really like that about it. Oh, static. Why can I be paralyzed as a don't like that. But the other thing that I really liked about Pokemon is it's pick up and go, and it's set down and stop. It's turn-based, which means if you are in the middle of doing a lot of stuff... Ow. Yeah, this is not going good. But it means that you don't have to be completely involved in it. You can, for instance, be studying for about an hour or two, and then take a real quick study break of like 10, 15 minutes, maybe get 1 or 2 fights in, do a little bit of leveling, like most RPGs of the era, right? Please don't be paralyzed. Please don't be paralyzed. Oh, well, I could have asked for them not to use the Hyper Potion also. Hey, Colin, welcome to the Turtle Club, man. Alright, let's see here. Do we have a full restore on hand? We have a full restore on hand. Alright, Manectric. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Alright, not what we're trying to do. And quick attack. And once again, I'll be paralyzed. Yep, because that's my life now. Oh. But yeah, basically like any of those games back in the day that were just turn-based. And I think the real cool thing about Pokemon was it was the first mobile game. And back then, mobile was, Game Boy. You didn't have cell phones that were really all that good. When I was 16, my father had a cell phone, and it was about the size of a brick that you would put in a wall somewhere. And so, having something like that was that portable, yes, we are going to change out from this Manectric, because ouch. And Linoon might match up against him pretty good, considering the leveling. Ow. Alright. It's a battle of the HMs, and my HM has a bonus if it ever works. If it ever works. If you would like to work with your bonus, that'd be great. Alright. Don't like the fact we've had to use 2 recover items on this one fight. I feel like part of it's because I'm being stubborn trying to level this figure off. I realize that. We are just not getting the stat changes we need. There it goes, finally. Wow. We are not faster than this Linoon. But yeah, other than that though, I mean, Pokemon, I think its biggest appeal was that it had so much tied into it, so rapidly. Like, you had the manga, you had the anime, you had the video game, and a large appeal of it is the fact that the character designs are really good. I mean, it's kind of funny. Digrat and I, my wife Digrat, we joke around a little bit, but Pokemon was basically her gateway into some of these more involved video games. Digrat did not grow up with... actually, I need to go to this menu. She didn't grow up like I did with video games. And, saying grew up with video games is maybe a bit much for how I grew up. Because the home I grew up in, video games were something that we did after everything else was kind of exhausted, right? Wow. We gotta go and fly back and stock up. Let me pull out Zam. We haven't used Zam on something in a while, and hopefully it'll be very fast. Get that item and then fly away. Go get our stuff back. But Digrat actually, her experience with video games was very limited. I think the most up-to-date video game she had played when we first got married was SmackDown on the original PlayStation, and she only played it for a little bit. And outside of that, she had played a couple of... I think I can use Psychic and still be okay against Skirm Reed. I could be wrong, though. You may not be able to bend spoons in the middle. That's not too bad. Fury attacks doing 5 per hit, so up to 25 at most. That's not too bad either. So, she had played SmackDown, and she had a Nintendo somewhere in her house where she had Super Mario Bros. 3. I think the original Super Mario Bros. As well. And a game called Casino Kid, which was a game where you were a kid taking on a casino for some reason. And so she didn't have a lot of video game experience. And I came with the whole entire arcade almost. I had a Nintendo 64, I had a Super Nintendo, I had, a number of things. And so I knew she wasn't much for a play and sit and, do the, I have fly, why am I doing this? No, you don't have fly, he has fly. And I can't fly there because I've not been there yet. Excellent. And so, she had solved the anime, and I mentioned that there was a Pokemon video game. And that completely floored her. So, and I have Pokemon Yellow. And that was something that, at the time, was pretty amazing for anyone who was really into the Pokemon series. Pokemon Yellow is the Pikachu version for most people, and you basically go through the story as if you were Ash Ketchum. You have your rival, it's Gary, just like in the game, to the manga, to the anime. But the character is named something different. I think his name is Blue from the manga. And Pikachu is your starter Pokemon. You don't get a choice. And for someone like Digrat that likes to kind of just play the game and not do a lot of... Let's see here, is this the right part of this? Or does this split off? I think we're still okay. Eliminating choice was really good. And Pikachu being the adorable little electric mouse that Pikachu is, was even a better bonus. And so that was her experience into RPGs. She played the snot out of Pokemon Yellow. She beat the first gym with her Pikachu. And she went through the whole entire thing. I think her Pikachu is like level 70 something, which is an impressive feat for the initial video games. and she was saving all of her rare candy for an important Pokemon, which she'd never come across. She didn't even use it on her Mewtwo. And so that game, though, you know, it let her kind of experience what an RPG was. And Pokemon got her involved into that. It also got her involved in anime because, you know, it was an anime. And so there's a couple anime that she's watched and she's enjoyed that had she not actually... I think this is wrong. I think this is a rock type and not a water type. I can't remember. Double Edge. Yeah, not bad. But yeah, so, you know, Pokemon led to her playing Morrowind on the Xbox. And Morrowind on the Xbox, actually it's not. Her favorite video game of all time is Morrowind. She played Morrowind for so long that she actually crashed her save game on the original Xbox. And it was a unfortunate day because she basically held a vigil for the save file. She had wound up selling and looting and acquiring so many different items in the game that because the game kept a record of everything, it never actually cleaned up those items on the Xbox. On PC it does, but on the Xbox it didn't. Okay, this feels a little intro roll was amazing. That was pretty good. But that was her game. I mean, she put... I don't even know how many hours she put into that game. I mean, she was also able to play it... while I was working at the time. She was a housewife at the time, and she had not yet went on a path for her career. And so she was able to play when I was at home and just kind of vegging out and watching her play. And she was able to play when I was at work. And so, you know, over time, she just sunk a lot of hours into it. Now, that's not to say she hasn't had other games that she's enjoyed equally. She's put a lot of hours into Animal Crossing, the original one on GameCube and the one that's on Switch. She's put a lot of hours into Elder Scrolls Online. People that watch Unshelled know that she's put in a massive amount of hours into Skyrim. There's just, you know, a lot of video games that she's enjoyed over the years. But she tends to like puzzle games and RPG games the most. And I like thinking games like that as well. Right now there's one on mobile that I keep playing. I keep going back to it, called Gardenscapes. It's very cash grabby, so I can't in 100% good conscience. I flew all the way back, I used the Pokemon Center, and then I didn't buy any of the stuff I went to go buy. Okay, where are we in this Pokemon world? We are 2 routes away. Okay, we're just going to try to hoof it. I can't even. I can't even. I actually, you know, I can believe that I made a mistake like that. I can't believe I made a mistake like that twice, I guess. But yeah, there's quite a number of games that we both enjoy. One that she's been playing a lot too lately is one called Redecor. It's a design game. It's kind of neat. I played it for a little bit just to kind of see what it was all about. And also, anytime I start playing a game or she starts playing a game, we both try to play it a little bit. In case we notice the other person's getting frustrated with, we might be able to offer some kind of suggestion, educated guess, that kind of thing. Because, you know, when you're in a relationship with somebody and they're not having a good day, I want to make that day better, you know? And she's very much the same way. And if somebody's, you know, playing a game that's very... And once again, I went to go to PokeNav. So we're on 130. Boy, I miss some of the better maps in games. This Wingle is like not even worth us hitting it. I think I could probably switch to the Minetric again and probably be alright. Wow. Well, we could definitely train some lower Pokemon around here if we needed to. There we go. That one's worth a couple of extra hits. Shattered Blue Heart. Interesting way to phrase that word. Of course, here lately, guys, what I've been spending a lot of my downtime on, and I use downtime sparingly, right? But the new website we have at ctgstudios.net, I'm working on some stuff that we hope to have ready for launch. That's a Spheal coming out. Now we can keep Minetric out there. But we have some stuff that we have planning to come out in March, and I'm working on it right now behind the scenes. Should have some pretty neat things to show for those people that are in the supporter room in the Discord. Now, I'm hoping maybe in the next 2 weeks. There's some stuff that I'm teaching myself that, boy howdy, you know, the last time I did a lot of web developing was back in 2008. And so there's a lot of stuff that is so new. I mean, this is what, 14 years later? If you beat me, I'll give you some great information. Alright. We won't turn down good information. Alright. Swampert and Minetric. So, Spark the Spheal. Mudshot the Staryu? I'm not sure if that's going to work as well as we want to or not, but we'll see what happens. I don't think the typing on Staryu is what I'm thinking it is. But I think his statting is what I thought it was, so that's good. Alright. Excuse me, person all the way out in the middle of nowhere. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so this is a rock type? Or a rock water type? I'm trying to remember. Well, it definitely has water in its typing. Definitely getting some pretty good experience out here too. Hey, here's Pacific Log Town. Oh. Oh. Fingers crossed, guys. Remember, the dry cell battery in this game pack doesn't work. So when we talk to this guy, he's going to tell us if he can see Mirage Island or not. And if he can, amazing, because there's stuff we can get from it. If he can't, though, sad trombone noises. Oh, I had to sneeze there for a second. Well, on this playthrough, we won't be getting to Mirage Island. That's very unfortunate. Oh, sorry. We're not going to trade a Bagan for Horsey. Bagan would be a great Pokemon for us to catch and to evolve and to do a lot of time and effort with. But it's going to be a lot. You know, we do have a Pokemon in the daycare, probably. We might need to go take a look at that after a while. Huh. Explosions. Explosion's a great move for certain things. But we definitely don't want to be teaching it to any of our Pokemon right now. And for those that may be watching this that aren't familiar with Pokemon, who might be wondering about the daycare that I spoke of earlier, in this particular game, you have a team that you cart around, even the Pokemon basically, and the daycare center will take care of a Pokemon for you. This particular game, they'll take care of up to 2, and those 2 have a chance of having an offspring. And they also gain experience while you're away. And so one of the ways to level up a Pokemon is just dump it in the daycare and level it up by moving around a lot. Well, I know which Pokemon they're talking about. That's funny. So in these games when you see dialogue like that, it's a random generator. It basically causes the game to shift some stuff around. We do have the Regis in this game. Alright. I could have sworn... Well, thought we'd find May here, but there's no May. There is plenty of one-way water, though. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. You know, the Meryl line is interesting. I think in this generation, though, that they're pretty much used for what's called egg moves. And basically getting a Pokemon from one type of Pokemon, removed from one type of Pokemon to another type. Which is a shame. Welcome, I've been expecting you. Okay. Does that mean that Linda's like friends with one of the other trainers I bumped into? Hey, Darius on the go. Good morning. Hope everything's going good for you today. Cedra. Don't think Cedra gets anything special in this game. So close to leveling up to 38 on the Manectric. You know, I thought I saw a Pokeball spot out of the corner of my eye. You know, let's... Still waking up. Oh, I hear that, man. It takes me a good hour. Darius, I usually take about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to get really going. And that's usually I, you know, crawl out of bed, head downstairs. Digrat's usually got breakfast ready for me. Or if it's not ready, it's, you know, good to go in the microwave. We do a scrambled egg bake some weeks. And I usually drink myself something caffeinated, typically either a Monster or a Mountain Dew. And then watch a television show, have a little bit of conversation with Digrat, and maybe recall it about 30 minutes later. But, you know, some mornings, though, I wake up and my alarm hasn't even gone off, and so I just, you know, lay in bed for a while. And usually I'm kind of peppy at that point. We can just quick attack and take this thing out the rest of the way. Where? Oh, there's dry land. Well, this is not exactly where we thought we were about to head to, right? Yes, we're going to restore our Pokemon. In Mag, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. We need to stock up on some stuff. Alright. Gotta stock up. We gotta stop going out without any supplies, because then we wind up getting in really bad spots. Alright, listen here. The first things first, we're gonna sell off the star piece. Is there anything else that's basically junk that we're not gonna be using? Doesn't look like it. Or any of these. Alright. So, the only thing that we really need the berries for in this game is for changing stats. And as we mentioned, the battery on this pack is dead. And so we don't have the way that we normally would to be able to plant some of these berries and actually grow them. And so now that we have a Milotic, right, we don't have anything really needed for some of these, just these colored berries. So the ones that are just to be planted and grown and turned into Pokeblocks, no reason for us to keep those. The ones that do restore things and heal and defrost, you know, all these are useful. You know, we would much rather use one of these long before we wind up using something else. So we went through our money and found what, okay. That's right. This is an intro town, so it's not going to have the things that we want to buy. Alright, so back to Moss Deep, which is where we'll need to start off when we play next week. Now, the goal next week, guys, is we're still going to do some grinding and leveling up some Pokemon, but we do have 2 Pokemon in total that we're going to... Wait, there's no store in Moss Deep. Oh my gosh. I'm just batting 1 billion today, guys. But there are 2 Pokemon that we are going to be catching next week. One is a story-based Pokemon, if I'm understanding where we're going at in the plot right now. And we've got a Master Ball ready to go, story-based Pokemon, catch it, and, you know, get on our team, be super overpowered, and have fun. The other Pokemon, though, is we need to flesh our team out the rest of the way. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to put up a poll. And the typing of a Pokemon that we need is we really, really need something that is fighting type. Because we have nothing really that covers the dark and the rock and the steel really well. And fighting types do really good against those. And so I think there's like a couple different fighting types in this game, and we're going to need to go catch one, most likely, and probably level it up. Because our Vigoroth, love our Vigoroth, and he's really good for being a utility Pokemon. But once we get to the Elite Four, Vigoroth and his little Rock Smash poke that he does aren't really going to help us out. So we're going to need something a bit more meatier than that. So these people sell Hyper Potions. So let's just pick up 30 of those. And I think we have, well, not a bad idea to have more of those. No, we're good there. I think that's all we need there. So that pretty much just rounds us out. I want to say that Moss Deep, because we were directed there by May, is where we need to be. And I think we wind up going to this little area here with all the one-way pathing that we just passed by. I want to say it's either here or here that we need to get to. So tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week on Monday's stream, Pocket Monster Mondays, guys, right there, we are going to once more into the breach, go down the one way, and try to see if we can wind up finding somewhere where we need to go. If we don't discover that, then we're going to go up the opposite direction and go explore that little bitty island that's over there, because I'm pretty sure one of those 2 directions is where we need to be. Guys, it's been a great day. Time for bed, though, unfortunately. It is 9, which, you know, I wish it wasn't. Time doesn't wait for anybody, though, myself included. But Turtle Club, thank you for hanging out with me today. Really appreciate it. Really amazing stream this morning, in my opinion. We had quite a number of people pop in. Colin, who said he used to be here about 4 years back, thank you for being back. Shadow132, the Supreme Lurker, thank you for popping in after you woke up. That's always helpful there. And Sally, thank you for spending your morning with us as well. And Lurk Squad, I see there's more than 3 people. According to YouTube, I got an idea who you might be. Thank you for being here. I'm going to have myself a good morning and then a good night. You all have yourself a good breakfast, a good lunch, a good dinner, whatever you're about to do, Turtle Club. Stay safe, wash your hands, and have a good one.